as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
They begin the drive with Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. To throw is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to hang a second one right here, right now.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Carr now to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give the Raiders a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on him.
Touchdown, Raiders! Devontae Adams, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
It's now 4th down.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Carr. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Catch made. It's Moreau. And oh, he coughed it up. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. On 2nd down, Williams. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Got a man open, and Sutton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he can minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to dinner. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. There's Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. On 2nd down at 4, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Carr again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime with just the one touchdown. 7-0 is our score. As we send you back to our studios here. Here's Jack and Coach Brown.
They didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, there's a look at what they were able to do running the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here in the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 24, Carr completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 and 2nd down. From the 41, Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now Carr. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Carr now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 30 at the 49. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down.
Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And there's certainly sacks in this game. This one a product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 3.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now Wilson on 1st down. Outright, this one goes to Patrick.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady game.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing is Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Another Denver Broncos. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and they'll cut the lead to 17-7. Touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And give him a gain of 37. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Back to Renfro again, complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Card out a throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller from 4 yards out.
And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
It's a gain of 20. That's good.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this is caught by Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
The last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Wilson to throw.
That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Rocky Sin, and the Raiders come up with a late turnover.